Hey, what's up and welcome back to Blue Box. This is episode 23. From what I remember, last episode, it ended with Taiki picking up a card and it said like confess to the one you love or something. And everyone was waiting with bated breath to see what he would do. I'm waiting with bated breath to see what he'll do. You're waiting with bated breath to see what he'll do. So let's jump in and see what he's going to do. Make sure to support this video if you can. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Lots of great stuff over there. But yeah, let's jump into this. This is Blue Box, episode 23. What if he just says, I love my mum? I just realized that. He could say that. Oh. Huh? Oh my god, he's saving him. Okay, Kyo saved him. I think some people were looking for a real answer. I think he's starting to feel like he owes her, you know? Like she put herself out there, so he owes it to her to consider her a romantic interest. Yeah, lock in. Looks like Hina's. Yep, thought so. It matches her. Shit, run! Just a thanks? Come on. He just ran after a bus for you. Just, oh, thanks. Oh! Shit, you okay? Guess so, because we cut away. These sorts of scenes remind me of Haikyuu. Yeah. I mean, he's probably a hard worker. Oh. Yeah, he's a hard worker. Yeah, Taiki, just focus on your own shit. Hello. What? That's her comfort level with you. Oh yeah, from when he fell over. Something did happen. Yeah. Of course, she carries him around. Aww. So cute. I assume Bo for Inomata. Focus on your own shit, Taiki. Come on. Lock in. Fan. Oh my gosh. I'm like kind of the closest person to her. Other than Nagisa, I guess. Nagisa, punch him in the face. I don't want Taiki to do it. I want Nagisa to do it. Even though he's not doing anything wrong, he shouldn't get punched in the face. He's just a pretty boy. Yeah, it does. It's very infantilizing to you. Look at that animation. Yeah. It is very much like you're acting like it's a schoolgirl crush. I mean, it technically is a crush on a schoolgirl, but... Out and about. I think it's sweet. I agree with that. I think you would have as well. You're very considerate and caring. Yeah. This is what he imagines is happening to her. What are you gonna do if that's happening? That's from episode 1. It'll make you better. Oh, she's helping an old lady, of course. She's got such an aggressive voice. I've trained for this, like, not I train for basketball, I've trained for this, for helping people. And you like and you like Chanatsu. Don't correct her. Don't correct her. Yeah. Well, that did happen. No, you should take credit for that stuff, man. But he doesn't want to sound creepy. It would give you some good brownie points. This guy's nice. What? Oh. Oh. What was that for? Did she just want to stop and look at him for a second? It's just, yeah. It's a lot. It's nice that she is watching people and is like complimenting them. She's learning about the game. A little bit. Aww. Your progress has been great. No, she's being sweet. It's fine that she's complimenting people. It's sweet. Yeah. That's really cute. That's a cute little tease. That's like the kind of teasing that only really good friends can do. It's not that simple. Push him for an answer. Yeah, I mean, last time you kind of asked him for the kiss and stuff, and he just said, no, I don't want a kiss. So you're kind of playing on the back foot right now. Aww. She wants the one answer, and it needs to be the right one. She needs to wait for it to be the right one. I've only kind of just realized that a lot of these scenes are reanimated versions of scenes we've already seen. Okay, very good episode. I don't have a ton written down, but there is something like really cool that I think is like touched on in this episode. That it's the sort of storyline that I feel like it's not so on the surface. So I feel like and it's so not on the surface that I think even I might be misinterpreting it. But this is my interpretation of the feelings of the characters, and so, you know, it very well could be different from other people's interpretations, but I like this interpretation, right? Watching this play out, there's that scene where he's talking about like the mixing of colors in a paint bucket or whatever, or you know, filling your soda up with a bunch of things from the drink fountain, right? My interpretation of what he's saying there is like he's been going around and everyone's telling him how he feels or how he should go about things or anything along those lines. And like every single person, I mean, he has a cup and every single person is just like putting a little bit in from every soda. And so then when he drinks it, he can't even tell what he likes, you know? Like how is he supposed to drink that soda and go, yeah, I'm a cola guy? Like, he's not gonna know because it's all like muddied together, because so many people have given their own interpretations. Like, oh, you should try the Fanta, you should try the Coke, you should try the Pepsi, you should try the Mountain Dew, and just like filling it up little bits that it all swirls together. How is he supposed to know? So in the same way, like, I feel like he's having Kyo try to tell him, you know, oh, I think you have like 30% feelings for Hina or whatever, you know, whatever he said back then, and Matsuoka saying stuff like, oh, I used to admire people who are older than me too, and Ayame saying like, oh, I think if people ask you out, you got to give them a shot, you know, like, it's because who knows, it might work out. Like, all these people saying different things based around what his life should be or what he might be feeling. And for him, like, for Taiki, he's saying it's way simpler than that. Like, I'm getting very confused because people are throwing all this stuff at me, but I think if I just like blot out all of those voices, if I pour out that drink and just pour myself one drink, I'll be able to tell. If he blots out the voices, he's gonna go, yeah, I know who I like. I know what I want. If he pours himself some Coke and drinks it, he'll go, yep, this is the drink that I like. And that's it. It's like basically as simple as that. And it reminds me of someone in my life. I'm not going to say who, because I don't want to, you know, call this person out, but someone very close to me in my life has said to me in the past, like, I know your love life and like who you are interested in better than you do. To like said that to me, you know, or, you know, or even not even better than you do, but just like, I know the sort of people you're interested in very well, and blah blah blah, and then went on to give a completely inaccurate picture of the sort of person that I like, and and there's been other times where like I've been like where people have been trying to put my feelings in a box, where it's like maybe I feel a certain way and people were telling me I don't feel that way, or I don't feel anything for someone, but people were saying, well, clearly you have a crush on that person, or something along those lines, you know? So in terms of like other people trying to dictate what your feelings are, because then you do start to sit down and go like, are they right? Like, am I not seeing it? And then I kind of come to the same conclusion as Taiki, which is like, no, I know what I know what my feelings are. I'm not saying everyone is always going to know their own feelings perfectly, but I think if you know, you know. Like, I think there are certain times where you feel so strongly about something or someone that you're like, no, I know how I feel, and I know that's what this is. And that's what Taiki, I feel like, is going through, where he's like, he's taking a step back and he's going like, so many people are saying things all around me, and I think they don't understand it. And I'm the only one who properly knows. And I think it's very fair. This is the thing. I relate to Taiki a lot. Like I've said in the show, I relate to Chinatsu a lot, and I relate to Taiki a lot, for different reasons. But yeah, I think like whenever we go into Taiki's thoughts and we like really do a deep dive into how he feels about love and how he feels about his feelings, I really enjoy it, because I relate to it a hell of a lot. I think part of it is like, you know, Blue Box is written by a woman, Miura, I believe her name is, Miura Sensei, and she writes Taiki in like a vaguely feminine way, and that's definitely not an insult, because what I'm saying, what my perspective is that I think I've got kind of a feminine emotional state, you know, like I feel like my emotionality is vaguely feminine as well, and femininity I'm describing in such a way not to say it's like, oh, I think like a woman, but rather I think we have like established boundaries for masculinity and femininity, and I think there's, you know, you can be anywhere on the scale no matter what gender you are. Even if you don't have a gender, it doesn't matter. You can be anywhere on the scale. You can be an insanely feminine non-binary person, you can be an insanely masculine woman, you can be a very feminine trans man, you know, you can be like anywhere on the scale. And it's fine. I would say I'm like a somewhat feminine man, and like very comfortable in being a man and in being a straight man, and yet very comfortable in the fact that I have a bit of femininity to me. And so I feel like Taiki is written in a very similar way. He's got a little bit of softness and a bit of femininity to him, and so I tend to relate to a lot of his emotions, I think, and so whenever he goes into those internal monologues, it kind of comforts me, because I get it. I also just like, there's that scene where they're driving home and he just looks over at Chinatsu and he's just watching her as she's like looking out the window of the car, and there's nothing to it. He doesn't really think much, except he thinks like Chinatsu's profile or something like that, like something so simple. He's basically just narrating exactly what he saw, but like, to me that gave me kind of butterflies, and it really brought back memories of like when I've been in love with someone in the past, and like just when you're in a car together and you just look over at them and they're just like looking out the window. Honestly, that can be a really impactful moment of like noticing them and really, you know, falling in love with them, because I think there's something so nice about seeing them, like especially when they're just like looking out the window of a car. You're often then seeing them in their thoughts, you know, like just deep in their own thoughts, and so you're seeing them at a state of rest. And I think you can see some real beauty in people when they're at this state of rest. And especially when you really love a person, like, that's a special moment, man. And I remembered that feeling in my chest. And I mean, I've talked about it so much in this series, but it makes me like jealous and sad that like I, you know, haven't experienced that in a while. But like it, you know, hold on to those feelings. Like it's okay for those feelings to come up and make me feel warm again, because like I just wanna savor that special feeling that this show gives me. So yeah, that's Blue Box, episode 23. Thank you for joining me. We don't have many episodes left of this season. We're wrapping it up, but make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.